Oh, no, we got.
All right, I've got everything. All right, well, yeah, close that.
Wait, we don't have a.
No, we'll go ahead and, we can go through maybe we can go through the updates part or something.
We can't do anything
we
without
get
a quorum. We can't do anything, which is sad. No,
No, one
because
more
she
person.
added, oh, here's
There
fine.
we go, there's our quorum.
Six the quorum now?
Yeah,
We have two extra people.
we got 2 deadlogs added.
Quorum is
Please tell me that's not.
Okay, we are on the air, so there we go. Ow. All right, I'd like to call the meeting of the Arts, Parks, Libraries, and Entertainment Committee to order. Today is Tuesday, October 1st, and I'll go through roll call. Me, I'm here. Councilmember Bradford is
In
in Ireland.
Belfast.
Councilmember Cap. Councilmember Eastlick.
He'll be here in like 5 minutes.
Present. Councilmember Ewing.
Yep.
Councilmember Hancock.
Never here.
Councilmember Lee. Councilmember Stiles.
Yep.
Councilmember Taylor.
He's here.
He's nearby.
Oh, no, sorry, he
Councilmember-
left. I'm sorry, he's gonna be absent.
Oh, okay.
Bedtime.
Okay. Vice Chair Bowe and Councilmember Welsh. All right, so we have a quorum officially. So we have, no one signed up for public comment, unless there's someone I'm missing. But seeing no one raising their hand, we're gonna move on to resolutions. We have 2 resolutions on our agenda today. I'll call them both out, and then we'll move into updates and walk through a couple of updates from a couple of council members as well. So item number 1 is RS 2024-755 by Porterfield, Gadd, Welsh, Allen. It appropriates a total of $11,616.
11 million.
I know, we got happy. From the Nashville Public
get
Library
real
to
angry.
Elmwood.
I read it 11 million
For the
too.
provision
I did
of
the
free
same
and
thing.
high-quality after-school programming through the library's Nashville After Zone Alliance, or NAZA, after-school time coordinating system.
Move.
So there's a motion
Second.
and a
I was waiting, I
second.
did not want to
I'd like to call, is there anything, anyone have any questions? Are there anything you'd like to share with us about the program and the funding?
About Elmington. Elmington is an existing program, been around Nashville for some time. They were a affiliated partner before they became a funded partner, so they went through the process of working with us, learning our system a little bit more, and then they eventually applied for funding for us. They mainly work with elementary school students. I believe there will be a Carter Lawrence working with 5th graders with this fund.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for taking a moment to be here and to share that. And will you share your name for the
My
record?
name is Dr. Joshua Love.
Wonderful, Doctor.
Come on, doctor, thank you for making sure that we
Exactly.
knew.
All in favor? Please
Aye.
indicate by aye. Any abstentions or anyone wanting to be against, please indicate that. Passes unanimously. We'll go on to item number 2, RS 2024-756, approves an application for the Blue Cross Healthy Places in-kind grant from the Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee Foundation to the Metropolitan Board of Parks and Recreation to complete a 2-part improvement project at Cedar Hill Park in Madison. Is there a motion?
Move.
And a second? I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion or any questions?
No.
Do you want to share anything very specific?
I was just to say this is a great opportunity for Nashville. It serves an underserved community. I will. We applied for it at the end of August, the 28th to be exact. We'll know in December for a finalist, and we'll know in January, February if we get the grant itself.
Councilmember Stackle.
Thank you, Chair. So, this is the first time that we have done a partnership where we've applied for this grant, and I'm asking this because I have space and I've thought about applying for this program, but I did not know that it was something that we could say, oh, hey, Parks, or for me, I guess, General Services, can you put this application through for us to see if we can accept a grant?
This is the first time that Parks has done it. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, good to know.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Councilmember Bowe, did you have a question?
It was similar.
She got it,
so it's
yeah.
okay.
I will say this, though, it is something that is available every year.
Yep, I know, and I thought it was up to planning like, if you have a new project, that planning would have to do it, but if we can do it through General Services or Parks, that is one thing off the plate. Thank you, gentlemen, very much.
Thank you so much for your question. Councilmember Vo, did you have a follow-up?
Yes, a follow-up. So, just to clarify, since this is our first one, just say if multiple applications or multiple districts wanted, would y'all be open to applying for multiple? I don't know the details of the application, or can we only submit
So the
one?
grant is up to $8 million a year. You can apply to up
Okay.
to $8 million a year.
So
And
if
this one-
Cedar, oh, I'm so sorry.
And this project was only 1 million?
This project
request.
is $5 million.
It's 5 million, okay.
Okay, wonderful. Councilmember Stiles?
So that remaining 3 million could go to somebody else's project, say if, because I know I want to apply for one next year as we're redoing the Global Mall. If that 3 million was available, could I then say, hey, there's 3 million left, can we include that if we, and do a new one, I guess, in case it was going to cost more than the 3 million? Rock on.
Well, I think you've made all of us a little excited about the possibility of funding.
Parks has also asked, for CSP asked, should we not get the grant?
Okay.
So we asked for a $5 million CSP ask as well.
To build the blue,
To build the Miracle
Get the
Field,
grant.
should we not
Right.
get the grant?
Should that,
Oh, yes
and
on
so
that.
when will you find out about this grant?
We find out in December if we're a finalist, and then we'll find out in January, February, somewhere in there, if we get the grant itself.
So if we see a CSP, that'll be because we didn't receive that grant money likely on this particular project.
Although I'd rather wait for a grant. That's just my personal, I don't want to use any CSP money for
Okay.
playgrounds.
Well, thank
Like,
you
I'm
so
not
much for.
exactly sure how that would work. I just wanted to let you know that as a department, we
Yeah.
do see the value in it. So we have asked for that to be in the CSP should we not
Understood.
get the grant.
Understood. Thank you so
Gotcha.
much.
Thank you.
With that, is there any other questions or discussion? Oh, and before we move on to the vote, will you state your name for the record?
Joe Stovall, personally.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
ma'am.
Any other questions or conversation? If not, we'll take a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any abstentions or anyone wanting to be recorded as a no, let us know. Unanimously passes. With that, thank you so much. We're gonna go, if you'll have just a moment with us, we're gonna go through just two updates I have, and I'm gonna open it up to council members. And specifically, I want to ask Councilmember Stiles to share a couple of things, but two matters on updates that I'd love to get feedback from each one of you, and we'll kind of remind our colleagues who aren't here, if you have departments that you want to hear a presentation from, or that you want to dig in and have more info, or spend more time, if you'll send that over to me, let me know. We'll get that scheduled, and that'll give us more time for the calendar. I am going to have Parks come back at some point, but I'm talking about having a special called meeting, and want to do that, of course, in conjunction with our committee here. And if you all could talk about what you all have coming up, you're doing a plan, if you'll mention it very quickly, I think it'll take a lot more time for us to really be able to dive in, and other committee members, other council members may want to hear before you kick off a more county-wide planning session as well.
Sure. We have the Plan to Play update. We have 4 projects that have getting ready to go into procurement. That's Centennial Phase 3, Mariposa, Shelby Stream Bank Restoration. I'm missing one. What is it? I can't remember what the other one is. Then we have, the important one is the master plan update.
Yeah.
We should have a state of the parks sometime in late October, early November. So that special call meeting that you were discussing would probably be a good time, middle of November-ish, somewhere in there. I know that's kind of getting close to the holidays, but maybe late October. I should have that for review, hopefully by the end of October, 1st of November. And that will really give us an understanding of where we're at as a park system and as a parks department.
Okay, that's wonderful. And so we'll coordinate with council office, coordinate with members regarding schedules, and make sure we have the most use of our time during that. Thank you so much. And then also have been reached out to by Jamie, I think everyone, maybe the council has been, Jamie Kent with the Greater Nashville Music Venue Census, who could come and do a presentation here, and we could just add more time. But I just wanted to let folks know about that. And did you have one more thing before I turn it over to other
I
council?
just want to say it would probably be of value to have myself, Phil Luckett, and Cindy Harrison here for that update, so we could give you across-the-board update on maintenance, planning, special projects, where we are with that, and greenways. So you have a total
A full.
package.
And if you'll just send that up as a follow-up, and then we'll coordinate with members to make sure we get the best date possible as well. And thank you so much for that. And then if council members will send over, I know we want to hear more from other departments, including making sure having arts come back. But with that, we've got a couple of minutes, and there was something that we were going to cover as we move into that next round of budget. I wanted to talk about what we accomplished over the last year, what was remaining there, and want to open this up to Councilmember Stiles to kind of cover some of that, since that was done under her leadership, and then make sure we open it up to other council members, just have that conversation for the next 4 minutes.
So I did, Chair, want to ask, we did this last year, if we could do it again, because the CIB CSP is coming up. One of the things that we discussed last year was the municipal auditorium. And they came and they presented the case for us doing a public-private partnership, and we had decided on that. $375,000 was the feasibility study for the entire building, and they were gonna raise $10 million minimum to do a renovation. That we could keep that in mind, plus anything else that we think of as our CIBs are due October 31st.
Yeah.
So maybe for next meeting, if there's anything involving the parks, arts, libraries, entertainment, that we make sure that we are thinking about that. So collectively, the more that we have similar items on our list, the better our chances are of actually getting those addressed.
Wonderful, and we can ask for more time next week on the schedule ahead, or the next week, the next meeting, so we'll do that.
And so very quickly, we had about 5 items left on a list of 17. We had 17 initiatives that we talked about starting last year, and we got through the majority of them, so kudos, everyone. What was left, which is actually now in process, so we don't have those, the deferred maintenance, so he has already come and done that presentation, so we know how much we need to ask for in our CIBs to get that study done. The public office needs, and which offices are outgrowing their spaces, and he is actually, I talked to him about that because we're talking about the Global Mall and space there, so there are several things that are in play and in discussion, so we may want to have him come and give the updates.
And who is
on
that specifically?
That's Gerald Smith, General Services.
Yeah, so he's been here and presented.
But the public office needs is underneath him too. So he's moving some, the departments that have leases that are expiring, like people that are out at the, what is that, off of Murfreesboro Road, the election commission area. Those are all facilities that are in the next couple of years have to go different places. So they're working on new plans for that.
Okay.
And then parks maintenance needs, we've gotten those covered.
Something else.
There was, we had talked about programming for children, having to do, I think, with parks, creating a more cost-effective option, exceptional ed students inclusion. I mean, that was yours, Councilmember Ewing.
I have such cool news to share with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yes. Okay, just wanted to look at you till it
Took a while.
came.
Buffering.
Okay, so yes, so we didn't get a chance to address that.
Okay.
And I believe that was a parks and after-school kind of care question that you had. So I guess if you're coming back, if you might be able, and you have more specifics, perhaps you can share that with the chair,
And-
what
Yes.
that is exactly that.
And what we can do on this too, just to wrap up time wisely, is I'll make sure we request more time for our next meeting. But also, if we can get those kind of specifically over, we'll make sure we get them over. So if it's at the next meeting to be able to share more information, or we can create more time, we can make sure we get that.
Yeah,
And the
whatever
last thing
question.
is request an update on city booking systems to be online versus phone. I did reach out to our interim CTO, and he said that he thought that should be feasible, and it might be just a tweak in the hub.
that's great.
Because I knew that was your question, yes. So that is in process as well. And the Metro properties.
Yeah.
That is being turned into, per Vice Mayor Henderson, is being turned into a specially called meeting for when, who knows? It got snatched away because we were so close to getting property information. It is going to be a specially called meeting with the planning department
Yeah.
for the entire council.
Okay.
I just don't know when it's going to happen because now it's been 3 months since
Okay.
had them scheduled.
So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and entertain a motion in just a moment. Is there anything else? Councilmember Stiles, thank you so much. Councilmember Defoe, did you have anything else before we adjourn?
Yeah, just real quick, I want to remind everyone about the Greenways and Open Space Commission meeting on October 9th. And then
Okay.
because we're going to have the Greenway discussion that affects about 3 districts.
Okay.
17, 18, and 25.
Okay.
So anyone is welcome.
Thank you so much.
Get an invite, a calendar invite maybe?
Yeah,
To the
let's do-
committee?
Okay, wonderful. Well, we'll get that calendar invite. I'll put that committee meeting. With that, we're right over time. And so is there anything else before a call for a motion to adjourn? All right, is there a motion to adjourn?
Second. He's like, you tried to jump Jenny, what's going